is right here, so... Oh, we topped it. We cold topped it. Okay. Gotta get up. Yeah. 8 iron. Oh, we shanked it. Oh, look at that line, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, is he on the sink.
Welcome to the Bogey Boys podcast. Season 2, we're back now, and we'll be cracking on with these every week. Like I was thinking,
some serious break we had, wasn't it?
I was gonna say, I was thinking, let's finish season 1. Let's have a couple of weeks off. It's been a mad first year. Doing nearly 100 podcasts in a year. It's just been crazy, hasn't it? And then 1 week off, and I was getting cold sweats. I was like, I need to get back on the pod.
I knew you was like when you went, like you said, oh, I hate editing, but like if you're sitting in and work, actually having to do work.
I only got a game of Hillside on Sunday.
Oh yeah,
and you're not gonna like this, but I don't see the Hillside better than SNA shout.
What?
Honestly,
shut up.
I don't see it.
Turn the cameras off. Turn the pod off.
Quit.
Let's get it. Yeah. Stop the world. I'm getting off.
I'm an SNA fan, aren't
I know that's bad. I've never heard a more biased statement in my life.
Maybe it is biased, but I knew you wouldn't like it.
What did Danny say?
Danny was leaning towards Hillside.
Yeah, he's a golfer, isn't he?
I played obviously the 2 rounds, SNA and Hillside, and I've made a couple of birds. I nearly got a hole in one as well.
Oh my God!
Mention that.
Seen it.
Forgot to mention that. I just like.
You got your 7 day. Is your 7 day on the line or something? Is this the chairman listen to this?
Plug SNA. Plug SNA. Right then, new structure to the new season on the podcast. We go straight in for that time again, don't we?
We do. It's that time again, y'all. The birdie boogie buzz. The birdie boogie buzz. Birdie bogey buzz.
What's your birdie?
My birdie is obviously the main man. It's pictured on the golf course, walking around with no crutches, freely, making statements saying he's concentrating on getting back. He doesn't know when.
So
even
exciting.
If he's not ready, like he's going to play.
So exciting.
He's got to be talking about the Masters, hasn't he?
This next one in April.
Yeah.
2020. He's got to start it in golf shots soon.
I just think that,
because there's no point in going. He's not the type to turn up if he's not playing competitively.
But I think he said, even if I'm not too ready, I still want to play. Also, and I don't know what he was implying by that.
I don't want his comeback to be like missing a cut. Do you know what I mean? Only playing 2 days.
I know, but
I just don't want that. I want him to. All right, he might win it.
Maybe he comes back at the Hero Challenge, his own event, and that's at the beginning of the year, isn't it?
Maybe, yeah, he's won that plenty of times, hasn't he?
My God, I just don't know. But anyway,
he just needs to be back. Are you thinking?
The living daylights out of me.
Are you thinking back next year playing? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I'm thinking rapid. Yeah, soon.
Yeah, it's amazing recovery. Like I was reading some of the
articles.
Saying
he's recovering faster. He's getting stronger. He's recovering
he's been through the mill though, because they're saying the pain's gone, and there was times where he was sitting there with his leg up and the pain was excruciating for him.
Of course,
even with the painkillers and whatever he's taking.
Well, yeah, there you go.
So he's been through the mill, and if anyone can do it, Target can do it. Yeah,
of course. Yeah, that's it. What's your birdie?
Well, I was just going to say before we move on to the birdie, there's been a statement there. Sports Illustrated have come out and said that they believe, based on how they believe the scoring works for this player initiation program, that Tiger's going to win the 8 mil without even hitting a shot.
Brilliant.
It reminds me of Morikawa winning the race to Dubai without playing in Europe.
Yeah.
It's just
it's not about that.
Happen.
It's not about anything like that, is it? It's not about what your skill. It's about bringing
growth to the game,
and moving the needle. And no one Brooks and Bryson had to go, didn't he? And then, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So what's your bit? I was just supposed to give me bogey there as well. But you can go on. You give your birdie first.
Yeah. John Rahm not winning last week. And the only reason is, obviously, I've had this argument a lot. Get the
what
best
do you mean,
players.
him bringing him coming in at 2-1 and all that,
coming in at 2-1. I think they just
back to back and all that.
I always say this about the European Tour, and obviously it doesn't get the respect it deserves, and even some players don't respect it enough to come back and play as much as they should. And we understand why, because the PGA Tour is so appealing to players, with the money, and that's where the best players in the world are competing. But I just think he's coming in at 2-1 even this week for the Andalusia Masters. He's coming in at 3-1, and then next down is 14-1 at Matthew Fitzpatrick. And I just think it's just they're saying there's a massive golfing class there by putting him at 2-1 and saying like odds on he's going to win. You
but he's the best player on the planet. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he is, but there's also unbelievable golfers on the European Tour as well. You don't just turn up and win a European Tour event just because the PGA Tour event is seen as it's got the top players in the world. The reason the best players in the world are on the PGA Tour is because you get more world ranking points for doing well on the PGA Tour. So
and more money.
And more money. So they're at a better advantage from the start, and that's the point. It was just I wanted Jon Rahm to win.
Well, when he shot 8 under first round, Ross McGowan was ahead of him.
Yeah,
I was thinking he's gonna kick on now another 6 under.
He did. He shot first 2 rounds, unbelievable. Was 1 back, was he, or 2 back? Or was he tied for the lead or whatever? And then obviously he's had a bad third round and hasn't been able to recover.
Didn't he? He was like 3 over through like
4 over through 5 or something. He was, like 2 bogeys and a double. He had front 9, but in that round 3. But I think
got to be. It can be pressure again, that though, can't it?
Well, exactly, yeah. In front of his home fans, he's back in Spain. He's thinking he's got a chance to win it. There'll be pressure there. He'll want to win that. He's playing again this week. I'm not sure if he's playing next week, but he's probably thinking if I can turn up and win these 3 events, 3 home Spanish events, just another thing to add to his caliber of things that he's done over the years. And it was just, I wanted him to win. I've got nothing against him. I was happy not to see him win. That was my birdie, because then it just justifies that he never only didn't win, he finished 23rd.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like, the European Tour is not as bad as you think it is. And when you look at who's playing the Andalusia this week, you've got Matthew Fitzpatrick, Cabrera Baya, Adriano, who were in the playoff last week. You've got Robert McIntyre's playing, so players who are used to competing on the European Tour. So it'll be interesting to see how it goes again this week. But that was me birdie. Just happy to see him not winning. See how it goes.
It's the weirdest birdie ever, isn't it?
What?
It's like a negative, it's like your positive of the week.
It's
your positive roundup of the week is that negative.
My birdie is the European Tour.
I see the caliber of the European Tour.
The caliber
you can't
of the
just turn up and bully you.
You can't just turn up and expect to win.
I know, but it wasn't like it was a close thing. The Rahm just didn't turn up.
He did turn up though.
But he didn't turn up for the Saturday, and then
he was playing well, and then he made mistakes.
He shot one over in one of the rounds. You just can't do that at any level. Euro Pro up to PGA Tour.
Well, exactly, but obviously the statistics and what everyone was saying beforehand and the odds going into that, everyone thought he could do whatever he wanted and he was going to win. There was no way. 2-1 at a golf tournament. I read that. I think it was Tiger Woods in his prime was the last time he was cut at those odds to win a golf tournament. And no disrespect to Jon Rahm again, but he's not Tiger Woods in his prime.
No, obviously, definitely not.
So there's me birdie. What's your bogey?
My bogey is Friendsgiving.
Oh, Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving. Like, what in the name of life is the 12-hole match between them two supposed enemies? Like, had a go, didn't he? Tried to move the needle. Tiger was coming back, settled it.
Yeah.
Yada.
It does make you think. Obviously, Bryson's gone.
Like, I mean, if they have a fist fight at it could easily turn to me birdie next year, a week after. Like, do you know what I mean?
Well, you did mention that it could easily twist when they're being competitive against each other.
Yeah.
I mean, they could be pally about things now and all acting like a friendship and whatever. I even seen at the Tyson Fury fight, Brooks Koepka was asked and videoed and asked if you could fight anyone on the PGA Tour, who would it be? And his response was, you all know who that would be. And then the video was circulating social media, and Brooks then tagged Bryson with a fist. You know what I mean? And then you go back a couple of months ago and he's going, I can't deal with this shit, and rolling his eyes. And Bryson's jumping behind him in interviews and stuff. I just think it's gone like full circle the other way, where they're just having banter, which is good to see. But it just takes the I get what you're saying about the match. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
was this always planned?
Possibly, yeah. Like, was it like a stunt? Yeah, like it's amazing how Brooks has gone, how Bryson, has gone from people trying to put him off in a playoff when he's going to win a PGA Tour event and shouting, "Let's go, Brooksy!" and then the governing bodies coming in and saying that you're banned from saying the word Brooksy. Like, the impact it's having on fans going to the.
And then all of a sudden now they're like,
and now all of a sudden everything's
Bryson's
squashed.
Probably going to get a Brooksy tattoo or something.
But and it'll all be over.
That's me bogey anyway.
26th of November, day after Thanksgiving, at the Wing Golf Club.
I mean, I'll be tuning in, like.
Yeah, 100%, just in case something does happen. Yeah,
it
is good television. Yeah, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes.
Just the whole charade, really. What's your bogey?
No moustache winner on the PGA Tour.
What's that? What does that even mean?
So, Sun Jim won this week. He's not sporting a moustache, but
I see.
obviously Max Homan and Sam Burns have won the first 2 weeks of the season, and they both had a moustache. And I was just in my head, I was thinking it'd be great if we had like a series of
moustache winners.
Yeah.
I see,
So
yeah.
that was just a bit of fun, Bogey. But I must ask you a question.
Oh my God.
That's as good as you're getting from me. Why are we not seeing more tashes on tour, Kevin?
Well, I think they're only doing. Oh, is it for November? Is it? Oh, that's next month, isn't it?
Let's
do it.
Let's do November.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's go.
Why have I just said that?
Let's do it. Yeah.
I haven't shaved my beard off in about 5 years, John.
It means you're gonna see me double chin. Can you already see it?
Killer this. Don't know why I just said that.
Let's
but it's
do
for
it.
men's
You've said
prostate thing, innit?
No, it's for a good cause. Yeah. Let's set a page up. Let's do November.
Okay.
And let's see if we can. Do you know what? There's a theme here, and where are we in November?
Oh, we could win on the thing.
We're gonna win in Portugal. Yeah.
Oh my God, my face is gonna be scalded, isn't it? Okay,
yeah,
we'll do that. Let's do that.
Yeah,
Oh
definitely. So just a bit of fun, yeah. I just thought it was interesting that, Sam Burns and Max Homer both sporting a moustache one, and then, Sun Jim's there with no tash.
I feel bad for me beard already, Can't believe it's going.
You've got to shave it all off first, and let the moustache grow, haven't you?
Well, yeah, you shave it all off, leave your moustache, and then just shave your face and leave the moustache to grow for a month.
Oh, do you keep your moustache and not shave it all and let it grow?
No, you got to let it grow for a month.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah. We'll set up one of them pages because you've got like the November page.
Yeah. I remember doing it years ago.
All goes to a good cause.
It goes to prostate cancer.
That's what I mean. Yeah, it's all for a good cause. Yeah, perfect. Let's do that.
Well, speaking of the moustache sporting nugget, Sam Burns, he's me bust.
Why?
Because we had a bet to raffle the driver.
Return the
and
Sunday.
It was won. It was in.
No, it was in.
He was ahead by one. He was one under, and Thingo was one over. Whoever he was playing against, can't remember, Putnam. And he doubles the last.
Yeah, it's a loser.
Doubled the last to tie.
I know.
Not even lose, tie.
It's ridiculous.
No, he owes us though.
And what was the winning?
500 quid.
I shouldn't laugh because it's a driver giveaway.
No, I backed it for the Bogey boys for the driver, and I backed it for us as well. So we would have had
Oh, did you?
500 quid settled.
Oh, he does owe us though then?
I know. That's what I'm saying. We should tweet Sam Burns owes us money day one.
Get back in touch, Steffo.
What's your bust?
Recent news just broke, really. The RNA and the USJ are it again, trying to bore the life out of us with another ridiculous rule change.
Traveling thing.
Yeah, changing the legal driving length limit from 48 inches to 46 inches.
I mean, like, why?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
Phil Mickelson won the PGA Championship this season with a 47.5-inch driver. Now, that's not the only reason, but that has helped towards a 50-year-old man winning a PGA event and those scenes going down 18 when everyone was running. We've been able to get those scenes because he's been allowed to use that driver. Bryson DeChambeau trying to drive par fives, driving the ball onto the first in that Ryder Cup and holding the putt. All right, it wasn't
417 as well down there.
There you go. Yeah, do you know what I mean? And obviously, what he's doing for the long drive game as well with entering that
tournament
and doing well.
You can use
no, I know, but what I'm saying is like that's the excitement, and that brings your regular fan to golf to think, wow, oh my God, look how far he's in it, look how fast he's swinging it. Brings a bit of excitement, and then all the USGA and the RNA want to do is just like
piss on the parade.
Yeah, so that's my bust this week. I just think just let it be. If it gets ridiculous and everybody's hitting it 400 yards, then fair enough. But if you've got one guy out there who can hit it 400 yards, then that brings an edge and excitement. He's not winning every week. Let him hit 400 yards. Let him excite the fans. And
well, we've been through it a few times, haven't we? But stop trying to cap the fun for everyone. Just let them have a go.
It's well documented that golf's on a 45-year high.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean? Through lockdown, through the COVID crisis, it was the only sport that you could really play.
I know.
So it's it's golf is on a boom at the moment, and with everything that's going on through social media, the Brooks Bryson beef, we've got to add our comments on it. But at the end of the day, what you're seeing there is a lot more interaction between players on social media and fans being able to get involved and getting involved in all this controversy, and it's growing the game. And unfortunately, these people who are making the decisions are just hammering the nail in the coffin.
Madness, isn't it?
It's nuts. It is nuts. But That's me bust anyway.
Right.
Bit of a strange birdie bogey bust for me this week
Yeah.
to start the season.
Well,
This
whatever,
could be
isn't it?
J.R. Smith.
J.R. Smith.
We spoke about him, didn't we? About him going to college. Ex-basketball superstar. Made his college debut. Shot 83 and a 78 in his first 2 rounds, and I believe he's
Well, he said
finished the
he's
first
come out,
tournament
hasn't
now.
he, and said that he was nervous.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he said he was nervous, didn't know what to expect. And again, we talk about boosting the golf and providing a bit more awareness around golf. You've got LeBron James posting about how proud he is and posting pictures of him. So it's just, bringing golf to another audience again. Do you know what I mean?
Well, yeah.
You think about
he's
LeBron
short.
James.
He said that he was nervous. He's got like millions. I think you see him rocking up in his Bentley, don't you? Like, and all the other college kids are there. Do you know what I mean? He shot 12 over 83.
Yeah.
In his first round, then he shot 7 over 78 in the second.
Yeah.
So it just shows you that out of his comfort zone, completely different ball game.
Well, he's not a master of his craft with golf, is he?
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like with basketball, he was a professional athlete. He was a master of his craft. He was an unbelievable talent. I mean, obviously, I don't know what the positions are, but the figures speak for themselves, don't they? The money he earned, and
he's won the championship twice, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean? He's got the rings from the championship. So they do speak volumes. He's comfortable there. Like when he's on the first tee there, it's not like being on the basketball court.
No.
He probably doesn't know where the drive's going to go.
And he's probably more nervous. I think a good crowd of 20, 30 people turned up just because it's him.
Just because the fans of him.
Because they're fans of him,
yeah.
And the Cavaliers or whatever he was at.
Yeah, it's just another example, you know what I mean? And obviously, if you're getting more basketball players playing, so, they'll probably need a 47-inch driver.
Oh, yeah,
driver, do you know what I mean? So, by banning that, you're just taking it away from players like that as well. Talking there about, obviously, potential players to watch, I want to reintroduce the one to watch segment. I want to talk about John Murphy. I don't know if you've heard the name.
I've seen it on the leaderboards.
Yeah, Irish guy. I talked, don't I, about like the players who come through that American college setup seem to do very well, and John was the same. He finished in the Dunhill Links. He finished 9th. He was in the final group at St Andrews. Obviously battling for the title. Danny Willett eventually won. You mentioned that before, but that top 10 finish gave him a start in Spain. And obviously he was I think he was 11th or 12th going into the final round and just didn't make it into the top 10. So he's gone back onto the Challenge Tour. But it just made me obviously looking at him and
have
think
a look
I'll
what he's about.
Do a bit of research. Yeah. So he's back on the Challenge Tour for the next couple of weeks, and obviously the Challenge Tour comes to a conclusion. He's currently 88th in the race to Mallorca on the Challenge Tour standings. So the top 45 will go ahead to compete in the Rolex Challenge Tour Grand Final in Mallorca.
All right.
And then the top 20 will then earn the
Tour
European Tour card. So
Sick.
he needs a good couple of weeks over the next 2 weeks on the Challenge Tour. But I just wanted to obviously talk about his background and where he's come to get to here, because I think he is one to watch. He's from Ireland, 23 years old at the moment, and he went to Louisville University, where he played varsity for the Louisville Cardinals, which is an NCAA team. Before traveling to America, he had a very successful amateur career. It included becoming the only person to win the Munster and Leinster Youth Championships in the same year, which was in 2017. And when you think of the top Irish talent that have come through Ireland, none of them have done that. He had success in college. He set the school's lowest scoring average in a single season in 2020, and he also competed in the 2021 Walker Cup team. Obviously, they lost to the Americans, and I've not really looked at how these rankings are worked, but you mentioned about the PJ Tour doing something with the college golf, didn't you? You mentioned that.
The college ranking thing.
The college ranking. He was ranked 25th in the PJ Tour's top 25 university rankings coming out of that season. So, Walker Cup player, obviously done a lot, won in college in America.
Oh, so he played the Walker Cup like just then?
Yeah, 2021.
Right.
Yeah.
No way. Sick.
He's only just turned professional. So the reason he's probably 88th in the Challenge Tour is because he hasn't had a full crack.
He hasn't played, has he? He hasn't had to go at all.
I haven't seen how many tournaments he's played, but he's if he would have finished top 10, I think he was 180th in the race to Dubai after his finish in Scotland. So if he would have finished in the top 10 he'd have got another place. He'd have tried to get his European Tour card by finishing the top 125, is it, or 130? Yeah, in the race to Dubai. So obviously that hasn't happened for us. So he's going to try and get his European Tour card through the Challenge Tour over the next couple of weeks.
There's no rush, is there? If you got that sort of pedigree and you got like that sort of, you'll be getting invites all over the place, won't you? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I think so. Yeah, when you consider what he's done there, he's probably going to get a few invites to places. But adding to the Irish talent, obviously Shane Lowry, we obviously know all about him, and recently Seamus Power as well, who's won on the PGA Tour recently, and another one to look out for, and a potential for the Ryder Cup in a couple of years, maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, I just thought we'd retain that segment. If he's going out playing week in, week out against the same players and he's competing, eventually the talent that he's got, he's going to win a golf tournament. That's obviously what he's shown there. And I think he'll just bat on from here now and keep winning.
It reminds me of when I used to work in the dog trust doing door-to-door selling. The more doors you knock on, the more yeses you're going to get. But these events like this and like the Barbasol and that, the good chances for people like outside the top 20, 30 when the big boys are having a rest to get that job security, get the place in the FedEx, get the win, do you know what I mean? Get the playing rights.
Well, you've seen so many unfamiliar names at the top of the leaderboard as well, like players I hadn't heard of, and that's obviously...
When I was doing the betting, I was like, who's Neesmith?
Does not know Neesmith? Nah, Neesmith. I'm familiar with Neesmith, yeah. But the other ones, like, I can't even think of the names now off the top of my head, but obviously players who'd come through from the Corn Ferry. Or I don't know,
Putman, Wise, and Hall and all that. You're on the
Hall? Yeah, no, I'm not on it.
He's like the English Bryson. He looks like Bryson, but he's English.
Oh, is he English?
He wears like the hat and he wears these weird glasses and that.
Yeah, but a few unfamiliar faces. But again, it gives them an opportunity to have a good finish and get an invite to another event. Obviously, CJ Cup, they won't be there for that because that's obviously only 78 players. But it gives them an opportunity to get in other events as they climb up the race to the.
It's just a chance to play well, and like you've got to be thinking, like the big boys aren't here. Like let's have a do.
Yeah.
Like and as like that Van Rooyen done, and like Hudson Swafford won one last year.
Seamus Power done it.
Seamus Power.
Yeah.
It's there, isn't it?
Opportunities come knocking, mate.
Yeah. Another Matty Wolf's turned into Tony Fino.
Is he? Yeah. Just
another second place.
But it's good to see him back in form, isn't it?
Yeah, no, it is, boss.
Yeah, it's good to see him back in form because he'll have watched that Ryder Cup, won't he? And he'll be thinking, seeing Morikawa, Scotty Scheffler there.
Oh yeah,
Hovland even players that obviously he's grew up
1,000,000%.
Playing around college with and getting there. He'd want to progress, won't he, and get in there. No, but Sunjay Im, another win on the list.
I like him.
Yeah. Who? Lovely stuff. And I just want to quickly mention the LPGA Tour.
All right.
And the only reason by Jin Young Ko won again. So obviously it was the Condensed Founders Cup. She's obviously closing in on regaining a world #1 spot against Nelly Korda now. I think she's only a couple of points, and they go over to Korea for the BMW Championship this week on the LPGA Tour. So not only has she got a chance to regain a top spot, but she shot a final round 65, which was a 14th consecutive round in the 60s, which now ties the record held by Annika Sorenstam
from 2002.
Yeah. So obviously now she's got the opportunity, to obviously play the BMW. If she shoots in the 60s, she'll be that new record holder. She's now claimed a 10th LPGA Tour title, and if you consider their total career earnings and what she's won in such quick succession, it calculates at 93,000 for every time she's teed it up.
Sick.
So yeah.
So she done it?
Yeah. So another win for Jin Young Ko, and we'll see if she can become a record breaker.
Well, while we're here talking about the women's, we might as well talk about the seniors as well. Another win for Phil Mickelson going and bullying them over there, isn't he? And the Furyk and friends, was it?
His last chance with Furyk and friends. Yeah, Jim Furyk put an event on, didn't he? So no, it was great to see him back on that tour. Was Podjake playing as well? I don't know.
I didn't see. All I seen was Mickelson hitting driver out the trees.
Oh, I've never seen it.
Trees. Oh my god, we'll post a video. Unbelievable.
Was it?
Driver, big slice right out the trees, round the corner, par 5, like basically onto the green.
He's got driver. He's got driver out.
You got to be kidding me. This should be interesting. He's going to have to hit a hard cut, especially going with driver. This should be fun.
Oh, did you see the boomerang on that?
You got to be kidding me. This ball has a chance to chase up on the putting surface.
That was nuts.
I didn't see that shot, John.
Did you? You could see the
like just greenside. But then
Things you can do with that 47.5-inch driver, he's not going to be able to do it no more.
A few when I was watching, I didn't watch the event obviously, but I seen him coming down the last hole and he hit a driver into the middle of the fairway. He hit a wedge onto the thing. He had 2 putts for the win, and the commentator's like, "This is the first hole that Phil's actually played well in a while," and he's got 2 putts to win and getting slagged off. I was thinking, has he had another topsy-turvy one?
I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting because obviously the caliber of players and the age of them, they're not going to set the courses up hard, are they? So maybe it's a bit wider.
And it's only 3 rounds.
3-day events,
yeah, 3 days,
yeah. So it's perfect for someone like Phil who's still winning major championships to just go and tear it up. That's obviously why Bernard Langer's had such a successful career on the tour, and obviously you've seen Darren Clark is winning on the tour as well, isn't he? These players who obviously still younger heart, aren't they? And they still got unbelievable talent. They could probably compete if they played consistently on the PGA Tour. They'd definitely make a few cuts, wouldn't they?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Right then. So I'm gonna hit you with a few quiz questions.
Lovely.
But it's just a random little quiz just to get us pumping and like get us going.
So
back.
No specific topic, just
it's just there's nothing like this week, nothing topical.
It's definitely golf though, at least.
Oh, it's golf, yeah.
I don't know what you sometimes.
Who won the 1974 powerlifting championships?
And I don't know. I just think he's renowned for his putting, unbelievable putting. You get him on slick, fast greens.
Renowned.
Is that the right word?
Renowned.
What? Renowned. Is that what I said? Pronounced. He's pronounced for his putting.
Yeah.
Plural. First time you mentioned they're playing at the Summit Club, PJ Tour. I've never had a tournament on this course, but have you seen the pictures?
Unbelievable.
It looks so good. You can see, I think it's the 3rd hole. You're going into the second hole, par 5. And there's a gap in because it's got all the desert mountains there in the course, and you can see the Las Vegas Strip from across the desert. It's like a golf course. It's been built on desert land. It's
sure I played there, We played a place where you could have mountains and you could see the Strip. But probably they've all got that, haven't they, out there?
Yeah, I mean, I'd see if you recognise it. Yeah,
it definitely wasn't that.
What?
It definitely wasn't that.
It wasn't the Summit Club.
We were playing in 5 balls. We had a buggy each, and the clubs were getting thrown everywhere. It was just weird that place.
It was like mayhem.
Mayhem, though, yeah.
As Vegas always
Lee was
is.
in a skirt.
Yeah. Was he? Yeah. Was that for his stag do?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard the stories.
We are back.
That's it. Yeah. Has it been a long show? It seems to flew that. I'm just excited to be back.
Yeah.
Great to be back though.
It is, boss.
Unbelievable.
Enjoyed it?
I enjoyed it. And I will catch you next week.
Ciao.
So, we topped it. Cole topped it. Okay. Better get up. Yeah. 8 iron. We shanked it. Oh, look at that line, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, boy, is he on the sink.